back in the lab, as it were. Hey, what's going on with this thing? It's acting a little wobbly. Okay. So as you can see, the teleporter, oh, thank you. The teleporter has been encoding in the 3D time machine. Let's go ahead and get some angles on that. For over about 20 hours. At this point, almost 24, because I got off live last night at like 1 a.m. or something. Kayla, thank you for the 8 Go Populars and the hearts. Thank you guys for the 10K likes. I appreciate that. TikTok really enjoys the likes almost more than I do. We had our 2 teleporters in there. Hashtag teleporter13s. The encoded teleportation bands, which are likely suffering greatly. Hashtag teleporter13. Alright, let's go ahead and see what sort of data we've come across. So we have, I don't know if that's the sender. That's the sender. There's the receiver. The sender was liberated of its time machine rings. Alright, let's see what's in here. Ooh, time machine band. Wow. It's almost entirely dilapidated. So I told you the paper series, one thing that's good about it is paper is prone to decay, faster probably than a lot of things. So here we have the teleportation field and some nodes likely mixed in there that are recurring to a lot of their original state. And then you can see some cores in there, some 7D cores. Let's see if we can pull this portal out. It's entangled in a qubit lattice, and there's even a core in there. 7D core array, sorry. All right. Good thing we're working on a time machine. We can really take this one step at a time. Actually, I will be right back, guys. I'm not making the same mistake I made yesterday. I'm not doing it. We're going to go into this. I'm going to need to get a maximum quantity of data, and I don't want to be held back. All right. Let's get this to the side a little bit more. Alrighty here. So we have a time machine ring. See the effects of the deep encoding. It actually seems to have been morphing the time machine ring into a teleporter 13. It's all but removed the relative iconography. So it was in the process, actually, of not just teleporting it, but transmuting it, which, of course, is not what we're looking for. But this is so early into the tests that we really can't blame ourselves for going massively array, which is also, no pun intended. We're working with the 70 core array, but it's a different kind of, oh, sorry, array, not array. That's funny. Yeah, okay. Let's see what happens upon core extraction. Okay. All right. I can just go anywhere. Fortunately, we're working in the new upgraded acrylic series station, which is highly resilient. So this one I won't be able to do much to it. Interestingly, it has wound our blue teleportation field back in time to its gelatinous state, though it's become hopelessly fully encoded. Okay. Not sure what we can do with this in its current state. We can leave it out to encode in full air. Back there. Let's bring forth the teleportation field en masse. Alright. Further teleportation band. Still intact. Still intact despite having undergone extreme decay constraints. It is still intact. We won't disrespect his struggle. Alright here. I'm hoping that this data analysis will push us a month or two in advance without having to take the long slog. That's why I'm opting for so much volatility versus slower, safer methods. Well, there's nothing dangerous about this actually. Just slower methods. Slower, more concise methods. Extracting the core array. All in, thank you for the rose. All in is all in. I'm so glad I got the gloves. They're time machines of their own. Alright, we'll allow him to... Oh, wow. Wow. Got entangled with a chip and one of the matter. One of the matter things. The ubiquitous matters. Alright, I believe that band. We're still... Oh, those are both of the bands. So we were able to get both of the bands fully intact out. Just another... this was the shielding. The teleportation shielding. Okay. So this is all just field. Now what to do with this? Oh, perfect. We have a vesicle. Into the vesicle. You will be repurposed at a later date and time. Thank you for your contributions to the teleporter. We'll take this one as well into the vesicle. Alright. Just absorb the knowledge like a sponge, exactly. So we'll put this core in the center. So one thing that I don't want to see is for the boson chips to end up over decayed. So let's see if we can, I don't know where my tweezers are. It would come greatly in hand at this juncture. see. Okay, ubiquitous white matter. Let's see if it still has its marking. Oh, yep, it's still marked. So it's not that the teleporter just absorbs all Sharpie data or permanent data. Oh my gosh. Entangled with the receiver. Ubiquitous matter to the side. Oh jeez. And let's go ahead and deposit this into the vesicle. The field is fully temporally encoded, so it will most likely not be able to operate as a 13th dimensional field anymore. It seems to be in a full 4D, 4.5D space. Jeez. Gloves might be keeping me froggy, but not do much to protect everyone else. Okay, residue, encoding, slight temporal field residue. Very slight. Good to know. And we'll proceed from here. Any encoding left should be in negligible enough quantities. Though, we are saying that the acrylic series is not impervious. I don't even know what to do with all this. To all sorts of testing. Excellent. Excellent. Alright, we've mostly cleared that off. Okay. I can now remove these gloves. Though using my teeth might not have been advisable. Alright. Let's get back. Let me grab my time machine ring. Let's boost this data a little bit. Alright. Back to work. So we have two time machine rings. What I'm going to do now is to allow these still encoded, aka slimed cores, to temporally engage the teleportation field. Alright. Let's release those chips. We'll take these chips out of here for a quick second. I'm really testing, like, at this point, like 7 different things at the same time. Don't forget that we also have our from yesterday. One, we created, wow, I don't even remember what I called it, so I can watch the video back. A new scale of time machine, which hasn't happened in quite some time. Alright. I think Liam named it, I can't remember what he named it. Okay, so the temporal field. Let's go. Okay, thank you so much, Kayla. Let's deeply embed that. Deeply embed that. Wow. Incredible. Not only has it decided to create its own, Wow, 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 wow. This is momentous. It's actually invented its own device. A time machine portal ring 70 core array with qubit lattice. You can't see it. It's right there. 70 core array is right there. Wow. That actually is going to be a new design that I intentionally create. This one seems to only be able to exist in the teleportation field. That in itself is yet another really quite major success in that we've teleported an invention from sort of unconscious space. Wow. It seems as though, and I might be wrong, I might be right, but we might have created a sort of seventh dimensional vacuum upon pulling out the chips that forced the 70 core into getting some sort of centralization attachment, thereby almost creating a new product, though, because we had 7. All right, we're switching to a 5-8 configuration. I know I wanted to keep the 6-7 going, but we have to follow the science, not the memes. And then let's do this again. Let's have the chips in. Chips in. Sender is still teleporter 13 encoded. Relevant node in close enough proximity to act as a resonant excitation. Charge the receiver. It seems as though the encoding field nodes are still important. Though instead of being in this macro form, we've actually made a hyper discovery with this really proprietary new concoction, as it were, that seems to act as a diffusible smeared temporal node. Oh, let me not destroy my tools in the process. Cutter's gotta cut. Okay. Fully charge it. Stabilizer with the portals. Teleportation bands seem to be mostly about proximity instead of orientation, which is good, though we will still orient in the hopes. Alright. Let's go ahead and test. Create the vacuum as exiting the volume on the receiver side creates a vacuum. Enter in product and smearable temporal field node in small quantity. Okay. Oh, put that in there. Let's see if we get a full-blown product out. It's already on its way. Now let's analyze the data. Analyze the exit. I didn't mean to like my 11 trying to change the focus. There we go. Huh. Oh, no. It's interesting. Leave that to encode. Let's run another root of it. It's for the best. Alright. This time I'm going to make one slight change. So first things first, charge the receiver, 8 time machine chips. Can't help it. Get too passionate out here. Is that actually 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. Oh, here we go. 8. Get the rings in there for stabilization a little bit faster this time. Let's go ahead and get our 2 pieces of ubiquitous matter. Enter them in. This time, though, I'm going to create a vacuum on both ends and deploy some of our street kit material. Bro, just mixing the bool with the hay. Sometimes you gotta do exactly that, my friend. Originality is tough to arrive at. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you. You guys are so awesome. Thank you for everyone. Thank you for all the gifts. It's greatly appreciated. It fuels me to no end. But let's continue. We could really go off the rails tonight, but I'm going to keep it copacetic. Let's take, wait a second. Okay, we only have one ring on this end. Alright, no biggie. Remove the rings, remove the chips. All but the ubiquitous matter and the topological tool. And remove the chips. That should create a push vacuum. It's even more powerful. Oh. Our ubiquitous matter attempted to escape. Remove the chips. Alright. Time machine. Core. First product in. Smearable. Topological. 13th dimensional field. Add in. It's already working better. And get our street kits out here. Connected by the Quibbit lattices. Fully engage that with the temporal field as we are running low. And the last step of the test, out of the sender. Of course, this is all happening manually. And we seem to have transformed what was once a simple 7D core array time machine ring. I'm not sure what you would call this device. Let me get some ideas from the hoverheads. Any ideas on the device? Nickelodeon slime is incorrect component. Trust me, I've tested a lot, my friend. This one works pretty well. But this device here, I'm not exactly sure what this device is. It has a platform and a cavern here. 7D core array here. This is a time machine portal on the outside. Solid mass in the center. Rechecked core, that's the ring of, well, it can't be worn anymore, so what's a ring when you fill it up? This gotta be a teleportation core. Whoa. Oh, man. A teleportation core device. All right. We have work to do, ladies and gentlemen. And I need to go at speed. Oh my gosh. A teleportation core. How could I have been so slow? Let's get to work. Now we're going to do intentionally that which we first teleported in. Let's go. Not very straight, but will serve our purposes. I'm going to go with a different color I haven't used in a while. Ooh, I kind of forgot I had that laying around. But let's stay focused. It's like Barney over here. I used to love that part in Barney where they would go to the thing, like get a bunch of random stuff and then make something. I don't know if anyone else watched Barney, but anyway. Let's stay focused here. Ooh, some of the bosons are a little overly entangled. Alright. I'm going to do this quick. Oh, I cut it too short. Wouldn't you freaking know? Let's actually kind of measure it this time. The material, it's a type of leather-like polymer. Alright. Step one. Need to get some light in here. Oh no, don't tell me I'm out of glue. Hopefully it's just stuck up, plugged up. Oh no, you guys. We might actually be out of glue. Wow. Well, guess what? We already have one completed time machine ring. I was going to make another one, but it seems like that's not in the cards for us today, and I have to see what this core looks like. So we're going to sacrifice our core. You know, that's the benefit of working in a time machine and with ubiquitous materials. This level of science is just not possible when you're dealing with haphazard arrays of materials. Though, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, I think people just don't really realize how far apart some elements are. So you're making a lot of work for yourself. Imagine if your bathroom was in Uganda and your kitchen is in Mount Everest. You know, you might spend either all your time in the bathroom or all your time in the kitchen, but you're not zipping between. Here, all of our stuff is in the same room. So we have easy, potent access to our imagination at all times. And the imagination is the most powerful tool on the face of the planet. Bar none. I hope I used bar none correctly. So instead of this being encoded into the time machine universe, we're now going to encode it into the teleportation universe. Who knew all along this guy was destined to be a teleporter? Oh, jeez. Perfection is for the weak. Teleporte. Oh, sorry, it's supposed to be teleporter 13. Teleporter 13. Crude, but again, perfection is for the weak. Alright. This will be the last test. And guess what? We didn't even know at the time. I don't even remember who was here last night. We didn't even know at the time why we had invented this new level of time machine. Why? We had segmented it away a second of the teleporton. But now it is his time to shine. What, you were here? Yep. It is his time to shine. Whoa. First full teleportation core. Wow. Amazing. We thought we cut this for no reason? Not at all, my friends. Wow. I don't know how to attach it just yet. And then we need a permanent 7D core array that we can attach to it. The one pearl that Kayla said she could feel. We're bringing him out, but he doesn't have a qubit. He doesn't have a qubit, and he's not in an array. So we'll change that. There's 2. I think 3 will be perfect for this array. Where's our other? That's interesting because we lowered. I don't know if anyone remembers. We were out here lowering the entropy of our setup yesterday, and it's put us in a great position to leap time forward. All right. To be honest, I think everything changes everything. All right. Boom. Boom. This one's too small on one end. Let's see if we can find another couple more. Ideally, I would like 7, even though I said I could do it with 3. I prefer 7. I think this takes us up to 7. Hopefully they're all one-shot inners, so we don't have to be here for another 30 minutes. Well, we won't anyway. It's crazy how as soon as I brought up my ideas, even AI was like, bro, go rest. It said lay off the hypothesis, bro. I get it. And yet, I will not yield. Okay. Stay focused. Almost there. The last core has decided it wants to suffer from non-corification. Fortunately, we've done this many times because we're in a time machine, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing is for the first time in a time machine. Well, except for the first time. But anyway. Alright. Boom. We're in. Let me go ahead and grab this. Assemble the lattice. The lattice can actually be one-dimensional in this circumstance. Doesn't work for a hoverboard, but it should be fine for a time machine. I mean, for a teleporter core. Just need to attach it. Okay. And assemble. Oh no. I thought it was perfectly together. Jeez. Bro, be safe. Thank you so much. Thank you, dude, for the dolphins. Tried once. We'll try again. So it seems as though the lattice is really not prone to knots. Yeah, hey, trust me, when something doesn't work, you know you're on the way to something. Because guess what? It's not easy to do something. It's never easy to do something. So if you're experiencing pushback, that's your time to go to greatness, my friend. It's not time to take a break. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Thank you so much for that. What even are these songs? Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Our whole array separated, except for one, which kind of mirrors the long suffering of the electron. All right, let's keep it going. A few cores away. Also, if anything gets tedious, like, oh, like how many times am I going to do this? My friend, you're on the edge of a breakthrough. You're on the edge. Do it as many times as it takes. That's real time travel. That is real time travel. And people pay millions to see time travelers. So it's what, concerts are. You're seeing someone who has traveled through times. Though a lot of those times are actually not theirs, but they kind of just end up in the middle of it. Okay, what's going on here? This one's so difficult. I know what I just said, but it doesn't change. It doesn't change frustration. But I won't quit. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's interesting that it's so difficult when I did it so quickly. Whoa. Oh, wow. This is interesting. Oh, this is the wrong one. This might be the wrong one. Woo! My patience is being tried. My patience is being tried. And it will show itself the victor. like I know what the F is going on. Oh, sorry guys. We're pushing through. Hey, no fighting in the comments, you guys. It's frozen for you? Sorry, my G. Is it frozen for everybody? Oh, okay, it's just... Okay. How did we get from 7 cores to 4? I can't even find any other ones. Getting stuck for some reason. Found one of the other cores. Boom. We're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just need 2 more. Worked like a charm the first time. Oh. Let's put those down for a second. We need to clear out these cores. Boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka, boom. Music, 5th dimension gravity. Sometimes you gotta ground yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Hold yourself in the act that you might not be dissuaded. Cores are attempting to escape at an alarming rate. I'm not sure if it's because the science is approaching some sort of threshold. It's interesting because that would mean any difficulties would have to do with overcoming the 12th dimensional force, which tracks. It should be quite a consequential barrier. Barrier, as they would say. All right. We've achieved an array. Question is, how are we going to do better than we did last time? I already have an idea. Start with the initial knot. That's more for tension than anything else. All right. It's gone, taking on a quasi-baryonic formation. No problem with that. Shift in the timeline. I mean, yeah. I think a lot of the higher dimensions come through to humans as vibes. Though, I mean, your brain is far more intelligent. Wow. Then you a teleportation core. Whoa. I feel like we're missing something. Let's bring back our prototype. See, this is the one we teleported in. He was just setting the stage for us. Without the teleportation field, he can't even exist. Our progenitor evolved into this gentleman. That's actually pretty interesting, Kayla. Only thing we're missing is the base. Teleportation core. Really, I'm gonna tell you guys what I've discovered from this is that a teleporter is not a portal. It's not. It's a type of volume. Oh, check this out. That's kind of hilarious. It's a type of volume. This is a type of volume. You would enter into this. This is the base. Imagine a type of house, like a house or a, whatchamacallit, a museum, you know, like the Museum of Natural History. That's a teleporter. Like, are you guys understanding? Are you guys catching my freaking driftonium right now? So the question is, we have lots of teleporters. We have teleporters all over the freaking place. That's why you can't underestimate humans. There are teleporters everywhere. Question is, what kind of teleporter do you want? Museums, house, they're literal teleporters you enter into, and the ubiquitous matter is all the stuff, right? Oh, and that's why you have all the labels. You go into a museum, you see that label next to the art. Very fascinating. All right. But anyway, this is just a teleportation core. Let's go ahead and let's try him in here for a little bit. See if he can. This is just a time machine now. Very fascinating. Okay, let's say once I get into the next time, that don't make sense. Oh yeah. Just the beginning. Just the absolute beginning. It makes so much sense now. It makes so much freaking sense. That's why they have gift shops. I mean, I know a lot of people are not going to get it. A lot of people are not going to get it, but oh my gosh. The money that you pay at a gift shop is simply just your material exchange. Can't take anything out of a teleporter without bringing something in. Fifth dimensional in, specifically. Hence the street kits, petroleum, fifth dimension, fuel, energy. Wow. Technically, oh, whoa. Wait a second. Man. Yeah, we've been building teleporters for years. Waymo is one of the closest steps. Jeez. Question is, what do we want to do differently? That's the question, and that's what I'm encoding it in the time machine for. Because the issue is not, can we teleport? Can we get this thing? We can get Chinese products from China whenever we want. We can teleport ourselves halfway across the world whenever we want. The question is, what is the nature of our future with teleportation? It's always been serious. This is the future, past, and present, all at the same time. That is factual. Have you tried to enclose the core in gold? That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. I don't think I have any more gold paint. I'm shockingly low on all types of supplies. Tomorrow I'm actually doing a re-up run. This is a highly experimental version of the time machine. Highly, highly experimental. We're going to bring him into play right now. As well as copper for this last piece. It's a one and done. One and done singular. Yeah, I'm let's see if I got it here. Oh. I didn't even know I had another time machine acrylic series lab. This one's in way better shape. It's so interesting when you, sorry, not to, I'm letting him encode for a little bit, but when you look at the difference of a highly used lab, even in the acrylic series versus one slightly less used, you can really see the effect of time. Look at this. That compared to that. I do a lot of cutting on these. You can see the amount of time difference, three-dimensional to that. Anyway, got these labs here for safekeeping. That's the heavy-duty lab. Pure data. Pure data. Thank you for the GGs on me. Let's bring him back out. Fortunately, I'm off tomorrow, so I still need to go to sleep, but it's not as urgent. I don't know if this has any use in here. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. If anything, we'd go with the safer version. Okay. Anyway, let's focus here. Let's focus. Checking to see if I had any tape randomly in there. I'm not sure what I'm gonna end up using this for, but you know what's funny? This is also like a. Anyway, let's focus. Put that in the 3D time machine. I would like to encase it in gold, but alas, I'm all out of gold. Actually, I don't know where any of my paint is. That's interesting. Where are my paints? All right, you guys. I think that's gonna cut it today. We invented the time machine. The Teleporter 13 core, excitation built in, core array built in. I know. Don't worry. We'll analyze this data, and we'll be back and fresh at it again tomorrow. Kayla, thank you for the 8. You're awesome. So you're awesome. Amazing work today, fellas and women. Yes, I love that. Nobel Peace Prize calling. It's on the way. It's en route. Well, we might just teleport there. Okay, goodbye. Yes, good work here, people. Upon cursory glance, there appeared to be more astral matter from time dilation on the time machine number 2. Oh, yeah, exactly. Well done. Thank you so much. One more hover test. Datism peaking. We're so close, though. Why stop? One thing I've really learned about this test in particular, that it requires a level of intentional rest that is far more necessary. There's very little danger involved in what I'm doing, except for the danger of the excitement. Though, I won't lie. Oh wow, that was amazing. It wouldn't hurt to do one tiny little test. One tiny little test. So let's bring together the hover bands. Just because, why make a teleportation core and not engage it? So we have that. Let's replace the time travel, the teleported in version. The actual hover core. Whoa. I'm telling you, it almost got sucked in there. Oh, wow. That was pretty interesting. Okay. So that's running the core. We're in the Topological teleportation field. Very fascinating. Okay. I think that's far enough. I'm going to put him over here. We'll have to let some of these things... Actually, let's go ahead and leave the core to encode in here over the night. With the data and the dimensions can fully set in, and we'll be leagues ahead by the time we get going in the morning. Hey, nobody's ham, okay? That implies personificated ubiquity that is best left to the angels. But thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you massively for being a hoverhead and having that wisdom upon you. I love arts and crafts. And they love you. Kinyo 250. What the heck? What would that even mean? It's America 250. America! Wow. Just watching getting code. I should just leave the live up all night. TikTok wouldn't even let me do that. They'll do one of those tests to make sure I'm even live. What's the end goal? Teleporter. America. I don't think that's how that goes. Look how quickly entropy and chaos increased. Look how quickly. I don't even know if we have 13 of these anymore. They got so demolished during the last testing. But we're going to move. You know what? I'm not even going to say what's going to happen tomorrow. I just have to come and see. How close am I? I mean, to be honest, the teleporter tests, I'm going to get back on the hoverboard tomorrow. This is as far as I needed to go for now on the teleporter. I just needed to try something a little different. Did I feel it? I didn't feel it. But I'm going to get back on the hoverboard. Some of the breakthroughs that I needed, I've already teleported in. But the actual teleporter is probably going to take about 2 years of testing before I even have anything to do a prototype. And then it's largely probably going to be some sort of VR experience. But anyway. Amazing work, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure to be amongst the hoverheads once and again. What are ESPYs? Is that like ESPN awards? Thank you so much, TikToks of nothing. Always on the verge of pushing me into a whole new realm through your inspiration. To be honest, sometimes I stall getting off just in case I get one more good idea. I can try it out, but I think I'm tapped, wrapped, and scrapped for the night. So I'll see you guys. Working on it since the hoverboard since 2020. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay great, stay awesome, stay kind, loving. What else? I don't know. Continue to be hoverheads. That's all I can say. Wow, I have so many ideas for tomorrow. It's crazy. I'm excited. See you guys soon. Hoverheads out. Whoa.